Good morning. Do a live market scan. That is Thursday morning, the 10th of September. It's 8 a.m. I'm going to quickly run through all of these, and I'm looking from the 15 minutes up towards the daily, just keeping an eye out on what's going on. So, looking at the US indices, as usual, when the US comes online, somewhere between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. trickles online, there is a possibility, especially as price is sitting on support on the daily, there could be a move to the upside. So I'm going to be cautious on all the US indices until I start to see signs of the market climbing higher and breaking the high of yesterday. Then I would expect it to see it starting to climb. There might be even possible flat level breakouts on the lower time frames. So that's initially my expectation for the next 5 or 6 hours. And that's really going to be my approach, is looking to see if we start to climb. The market, of course, could drop, but I'm not really going to make any decisions until I see what happens with the US markets. And I think there's a good possibility it is set up to try to do a swing low and to climb higher later in the day. That's what I'm going to do there. US dollar basket has now broken this downtrend. So there is no clear trend. I still think potentially it is trying to head up to connect with 94. And so I'm going to potentially look for climbs to the upside. Right now, it's actually trending lower on the sub on the 1 hour and below. As soon as you go up to the 4 hours, it's trending upwards. So it's just a conflict there. Euro dollar now looks like that wants to climb and has found some support. It is largely range bound at this point in time, so there's no clear trend. So that means, of course, the price can go up and down, do what it wants to do. Sterling has produced this very interesting potential swing low on this. It's not ideal. The daily trend has been broken, but it's headed down to the 50 moving average, produced a nice bullish candle. So a break above the high, that could see price at least attempting to climb. And if I look at the 2 hours time frame, it looks as though it's now confirmed an uptrend on that 2 hour time frame, so there could be possible long opportunities. But basically the dollar doesn't really know where it wants to go. Euro dollar doesn't have a clear trend, and therefore trading anything right now, any of the majors, carries higher risk with it, as in the trend is not set. Looking here, Kiwi dollar is starting to drop quite aggressively, so that's going to be interesting because that could imply a stronger US dollar. I mean, the Kiwi is not that strong right now anyway. Dollar yen is just a mess, so that's to stay away from. There's nothing new there. Dollar Swissy is interesting to me. That one seems to have more of a commitment to continue trending lower. So possibly dollar Swissy to the downside, dollar CAD sideways. Then onto the crosses. So Euro GBP looking bullish. It's just bumping its head up here against that 91 level. And generally above this level, there's some kind of resistance. It's looking bullish though, but it's not safe there really, looking at that. Euro Aussie's a mess. Stand away from that. Euro Kiwi looks like it's attempting to climb, so that makes sense because the Kiwi is looking weak. So we could see the Euro trying to climb against that. It's got an uptrend on the 1 hour, uptrend on the 2 hour. So moves to the upside is a possibility. Okay, so that's Euro Kiwi. I'm going to mark it with just kind of a light green kind of possible thing happening here. I'll just do that. So that was that one, and that was Kiwi short, but actually the other one was dollar Swissy. I'm going to mark this with a light kind of bearish color, so let's go with that. Euro Swissy. It's a mess at the top. This is just terrible, but moves to the downside could be a possibility with caution. Euro CAD, no, it's just a nightmare. Pound Aussie, overextended. If anything, that needs to start climbing back up, and it's, look at it here on that 2 hour, trying to do a breakout to the upside. So, okay, Pound Kiwi. These are just insane. They're just not great. Nope. Pound Swissy heading lower. You can see the Swissy's cross is trying to hit lower. Pound CAD, potentially. Aussie Kiwi trying to climb within a daily downtrend. Aussie Yen, wow, this is bad. Sorry, there's just nothing with a nice established trend. Maybe later on, maybe in 2-3 hours there might be, but there's nothing happening right now. Kiwi Yen. For example, Kiwi Yen, okay, look, it's range bound here. There could be a break below this and then a retest and then an opportunity to continue down. If you look at that 4 hour, that 4 hour is up against resistance and has created a swing high. So there could be a potential trade here. So that's interesting. So a possible, not the best one I've seen because the longer term trend is unclear. There's strong resistance up here, but range bound with a stop loss above this high could be an opportunity to trade lower. So I'll mark that and have a look at it straight after the video. Kiwi Swissy heading lower. You can see the Swissy pairs all breaking to the downside, so not bad, not bad. So Kiwi Swissy might be something as well because of the weak Kiwi. This is just a mess. Kiwi Swissy breaking below that level of support, or trying to. It's in the throes of it. Gold's a mess. I think gold might try and climb higher again. Similar to the indices, there it looks like there might be an attempt to do that. Nothing on silver. Crude oils, I'm hoping they'll do a nice retracement before continuing lower. Brent crude. So I know that's crude oils for now. I guess I'm more bearish on than anything else. So what I would be looking for today, is moves up to the recent level of support to test it as resistance. So if we look at US crude for example, it's only done a bit of it hasn't actually even confirmed a swing low, but a retracement to a fib level would make a lot of sense. Looking at West Texas Intermediate, it's got to do the same thing. I'd like to see it do a bit of a retracement to test a fib level before continuing on down. And so that's what I'm really looking for there. Cryptos, they're finding support, really nice kind of base level forming there. Potentially some short opportunity, brief opportunities to the upside. So in other lower time frames. It's early in the morning, I'm still waking up, but yeah. So it's a little bit of a mess that I hate kind of doing a scan and there doesn't appear to be much, but I still think equities, there's a good chance. Looking at these like Apple and Amazon and Tesla, they look like they want to climb. They've had a nice correction. There is a fair possibility they will start to trend higher today. So I think that later on there could be some good opportunities. And as I said, dollar Swissy, some of the Swissy pairs are heading lower. I think I prefer those to quite a few things. Euro Kiwi trading to the upside because the Kiwi is weak, which also means Kiwi Yen might head lower. So Kiwi Yen was a potential break here with a stop loss above the high. And basically what I'm doing here is trading the swing high of the 4 hour down towards say 7,000, but that could be a good 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 on that trade. And that's it. Then looking at equities. Crude, I'm also looking for stuff to go short as well, bearish on those. Nothing that's really standing out compared to say Tuesday this week or a lot earlier. Cool.